Hello and welcome to Spectrum of Wisdom, the channel where you can learn about the amazing diversity of life on Earth. In this video, we are going to explore the world of red pandas, one of the most adorable and endangered animals in the world. Red pandas are not related to giant pandas, but they share some features like their bamboo diet and their black and white markings. Red pandas live in the forests of the Himalayas and China, where they face threats from habitat loss, poaching, and climate change. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know about red pandas, such as their appearance, behavior, diet, reproduction, conservation, and more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this video about red pandas. And don't forget to subscribe to Spectrum of Wisdom for more videos like this one. Thank you for watching. The red panda, Ailurus fulgens, is a small and adorable mammal that lives in the eastern Himalayas and southwestern China. It has a fluffy reddish-brown coat with a black belly and legs, white-lined ears, a mostly white muzzle and a ringed tail. It is about the size of a large cat, measuring 51 to 63.5 centimeters, 20.1 to 25.0 in, from head to body with a 28 to 48.5 centimeters, 11.0 to 19.1 in, tail, and weighing between 3.2 and 15 kilograms, 7.1 and 33.1 pounds. It is very good at climbing trees because of its flexible joints and curved semi-retractile claws. The red panda was first discovered by scientists in 1825. There are two kinds of red pandas, the Himalayan and the Chinese red panda, which became different about 250,000 years ago. The red panda's family tree is not very clear, but modern genetic studies show that it is related to raccoons, weasels, and skunks. It is not a close cousin of the giant panda, which is a bear, even though they both have special wrist bones or false thumbs that help them hold bamboo. The red panda's ancestors, Ailuridae, have been around for a long time, about 25 to 18 million years ago, as shown by fossils found in Europe and North America. The red panda likes to live in forests with many trees and lots of bamboo, especially on steep slopes near water sources. It usually stays alone and spends most of its time in the trees. It eats mainly bamboo shoots and leaves, but also enjoys fruits and flowers. Red pandas mate in early spring, and the females have up to 4 babies or cubs in summer. The red panda is in danger of disappearing because people hunt it for its fur or destroy its home by cutting down trees. The red panda is classified as endangered by the IUCN Red List since 2015. It is protected by laws in all the countries where it lives. Some people are trying to save the red panda by starting conservation programs in Nepal, Bhutan, and northeastern India. In China, it also benefits from nature conservation projects. There are also breeding programs for the red panda in zoos around the world. The red panda is very popular in movies, games, comics, and as a symbol of companies and music bands. In the English language, this captivating creature was initially known simply as the panda, a title it held exclusively for over 4 decades. However, with the formal introduction and naming of the giant panda in 1869, our original panda earned additional epithets such as red panda or lesser panda to distinguish it from its larger namesake. The genus name Ailurus is derived from the ancient Greek word ailuros, which intriguingly translates to cat. The specific epithet fulgens, on the other hand, has its roots in Latin and conveys the meaning of shining, bright. This combination of terms beautifully captures the essence of this radiant creature. The enchanting red panda was first described and named in 1825 by Frederick Cuvier, who bestowed upon it the scientific name Ailurus fulgens. Cuvier's description was meticulously crafted based on various zoological specimens, including skin, paws, jawbones, and teeth, all hailing from the mountains north of India. His account was further enriched by the observations of Alfred Duvorsel. Interestingly, Thomas Hardwick had described the red panda even earlier in 1821, but his paper only saw the light of day in 1827. Fast forward to 1902, and we find Oldfield Thomas describing a skull of a male red panda specimen under the name Ailurus fulgens steyani, a tribute to Frederick William Stein, who had collected this specimen in Sichuan. The journey of the red panda's scientific recognition is indeed as fascinating as the creature itself. The red panda, the sole species in the genus Ailuris, is traditionally divided into two distinct subspecies, the Himalayan red panda, A.F. fulgens, and the Chinese red panda, A.F. styani. The Himalayan red panda is characterized by a straighter profile, a lighter colored forehead, and ochre-tipped hairs on the lower back and rump. This subspecies is a unique blend of subtle hues and distinct physical features. On the other hand, the Chinese red panda boasts a more curved forehead and sloping snout, setting it apart from its Himalayan counterpart. Its coat is darker with a less white face, and the contrast between the tail rings is more pronounced, adding to its striking appearance. These differences highlight the rich diversity within this single species, each subspecies bringing its own unique charm to the fascinating world of the red panda. In 2020, a genetic analysis of red panda samples revealed fascinating insights into the species' history. The study found that the red panda populations in the Himalayas and China diverged approximately 250,000 years ago. This significant finding led researchers to suggest that the two subspecies should be recognized as distinct species. Interestingly, red pandas in southeastern Tibet and northern Myanmar were found to belong to the styani species, while those in southern Tibet were identified as fulgens. Further DNA sequencing of 132 red panda fecal samples collected in northeast India and China also showed two distinct clusters. This indicates that the Siang River serves as a natural boundary between the Himalayan and Chinese red pandas. The divergence between these two species is believed to have been caused by glaciation events on the southern Tibetan plateau during the Pleistocene epoch. This discovery underscores the intricate interplay between geography, climate, and evolution in shaping the rich biodiversity we see today. The red panda, a creature of captivating beauty, sports a coat that is predominantly red or orange-brown, contrasted by a black belly and legs. Its face features a mostly white muzzle, cheeks, brows, and inner ear margins, while its bushy tail displays an enchanting pattern of red and buff rings with a dark brown tip. This unique coloration seems to serve as camouflage in habitats adorned with red moss and white lichen-covered trees. The panda's coat consists of longer, rougher guard hairs and a dense undercoat of fluffier, shorter hairs. The red panda's head is relatively small compared to similarly sized raccoons, with a reduced snout and triangular ears. Its limbs are nearly evenly lengthed. The Himalayan red panda typically weighs between 3.2 to 9.4 kilograms, 7.1 to 20.7 pounds, while the Chinese red panda weighs between 4 to 15 kilograms, 8.8 to 33.1 pounds, for females and 4.2 to 13.4 kilograms, 9.3 to 29.5 pounds, for males. One of the most fascinating features of the red panda is its false thumb, an extension of a wrist bone known as the radial sesamoid. This feature allows the panda to grip onto bamboo stalks with ease. Interestingly, this characteristic is shared with the giant panda, although the giant panda's sesamoid is larger and more compressed at the sides. Despite its robust lower jaw and wide skull, the red panda has smaller chewing muscles than the giant panda due to its diet of leaves and stems. Its digestive system is relatively simple and only 4.2 times its body length, with no noticeable divide between the ileum and colon, and no cecum. The red panda, a creature of captivating beauty, can be found in a variety of locations across Asia. Its habitat spans Nepal, the Indian states of Sikkim, West Bengal, and Arunachal Pradesh, Bhutan, southern Tibet, northern Myanmar, and the Chinese provinces of Sichuan and Yunnan. The global potential habitat of the red panda is estimated to be a maximum of 47,100 square kilometers, 18,200 square miles. This habitat is located in the temperate climate zone of the Himalayas, with a mean annual temperature range of 18 to 24 degrees Celsius, 64 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Throughout its range, the red panda has been recorded at elevations of 2,000 to 4,300 m, 6,600 to 14,100 feet, showcasing its adaptability to diverse environmental conditions. This enchanting creature truly embodies the wonders of nature's diversity. In Nepal, the red panda resides in 6 protected area complexes within the eastern Himalayan broadleaf forests ecoregion. The westernmost records to date were obtained in 3 community forests in Kalikot district in 2019. Panchthar and Elam districts represent its easternmost range in the country, where its habitat in forest patches is surrounded by villages, livestock pastures and roads. The metapopulation in protected areas and wildlife corridors in the Kanchenjunga landscape of Sikkim and northern West Bengal is partly connected through old-growth forests outside protected areas. Forests in this landscape are dominated by Himalayan oaks, Quercus lamellosa and Q. semicarpifolia, Himalayan birch, Himalayan fir, Himalayan maple with bamboo, rhododendron and some black juniper shrub growing in the understories. Records in Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh's Pangchen Valley, West Kameng and Shayomi districts indicate that it frequents habitats with Eushania and Thamnocalamus bamboo, medium-sized rhododendron, whitebeam and chinkapin trees. In China, it inhabits the Hengduan mountain subalpine conifer forests and Qiulai Minshan conifer forests in the Hengduan, Qiulai, Xiaoxiang, Daxiangling and Liangshan mountains in Sichuan. In the adjacent Yunnan province, it was recorded only in the northwestern montane part. The red panda prefers microhabitats within 70 to 240 m of water sources. Fallen logs and tree stumps are important habitat features, as they facilitate access to bamboo leaves. Red pandas have been recorded to use steep slopes of more than 20 degrees and stumps exceeding a diameter of 30 centimeters. Red pandas observed in Frumsengla National Park used foremost easterly and southerly slopes with a mean slope of 34 degrees and a canopy cover of 66% that were overgrown with bamboo about 23 m in height. In defending nature reserve, it prefers steep south-facing slopes in winter and inhabits forests with bamboo 1.5 to 2.5 m tall. In Gaoligongshan National Nature Reserve, it inhabits mixed coniferous forest with a dense canopy cover of more than 75%, steep slopes and a density of at least 70 bamboo plants M2. In some parts of China, the red panda coexists with the giant panda. In Fengtong's Haiyan Yale National Nature Reserve's red panda microhabitat is characterized by steep slopes with lots of bamboo stems, shrubs, fallen logs and stumps, whereas the giant panda prefers gentler slopes with taller but lesser amounts of bamboo and less habitat features overall. Such niche separation lessens competition between the two bamboo-eating species. Adult red pandas are typically solitary creatures that are territorial in nature. They mark their home range or territorial boundaries with urine, feces, and secretions from the anal and surrounding glands. This scent marking is usually done on the ground, with males marking more frequently and for longer durations. In China's Wolong National Nature Reserve, the home range of a radio-collared female red panda was found to be 0.36 square miles, while that of a male was slightly larger at 0.43 square miles. A year-long monitoring study of 10 red pandas in eastern Nepal revealed that the 4 males had median home ranges of 0.67 square miles, and the 6 females of 0.94 square kilometers, 0.36 square miles, within a forest cover of at least 19.2 hectares. The females traveled 419 to 841 m per day, and the males 660 to 1,473 m. During the mating season from January to March, adults traveled a mean of 795 m and subadults a mean of 861 m. They all had larger home ranges in areas with low forest cover and reduced their activity in areas that were disturbed by people, livestock, and dogs. These findings highlight the red panda's adaptability to different environments and its unique behavioral patterns. The red panda, despite being largely herbivorous, has a diverse diet. It primarily feeds on bamboo, particularly the genera Philostoches, Cinnarundinaria, Thamnocalamus, and Kimono bambusa. However, it also enjoys fruits, blossoms, acorns, eggs, birds, and small mammals. Bamboo leaves may be the most abundant food item year-round and the only food they can access during winter. In Singalila National Park, the diet of red pandas consisted of 40 to 83% Eushania maling and 51 to 91.2% Thamnocalamus spathiflorus bamboo supplemented by bamboo shoots, Actinidia strigosa fruits and seasonal berries. In Nepal's Rara National Park, Thamnocalamus was found in all the droppings sampled, both before and after the monsoon. Its summer diet in Dorpatan Hunting Reserve also includes some lichens and barberries. The red panda grabs food with one of its front paws and usually eats sitting down or standing. When foraging for bamboo, it grabs the plant by the stem and pulls it down towards its jaws. It bites the leaves with the side of the cheek teeth and then shears, chews and swallows. Smaller food like blossoms, berries and small leaves are eaten differently, being clipped by the incisors. Having the gastrointestinal tract of a carnivore, the red panda cannot properly digest bamboo, which passes through its gut in 2 to 4 hours. Hence, it must consume large amounts of the most nutritious plant matter. It eats over 1.5 kilograms of fresh leaves or 4 kilograms of fresh shoots in a day, with crude proteins and fats being the most easily digested. Digestion is highest in summer and fall but lowest in winter, and is easier for shoots than leaves. The red panda's metabolic rate is comparable to other mammals of its size, despite its poor diet. The red panda digests almost a third of dry matter, which is more efficient than the giant panda, digesting 17%. Microbes in the gut may aid in its processing of bamboo. The microbiota community in the red panda is less diverse than in other mammals. The red panda, despite its seemingly quiet demeanor, has a surprisingly diverse range of vocalizations. At least 7 different sounds have been recorded, including growls, barks, squeals, hoots, bleats, grunts, and twitters. Growling, barking, grunting, and squealing are typically heard during fights and aggressive chases. Hooting is a response to the approach of another individual. Bleating is associated with scent marking and sniffing. Interestingly, males may bleat during mating, while females produce a twittering sound. During both play fighting and aggressive fighting, red pandas display a unique set of behaviors. They curve their backs and tails while slowly moving their heads up and down. They then turn their heads while jaw clapping, move their heads laterally and lift a forepaw to strike. They stand on their hind legs, raise the forelimbs above the head and then pounce. 2 red pandas may even stare at each other from a distance. These behaviors and sounds contribute to the complex social interactions of the red panda. Red pandas are fascinating creatures with unique reproductive behaviors. They are long-day breeders, meaning they reproduce after the winter solstice as daylight grows longer. Mating typically takes place from January to March, with births occurring from May to August. Interestingly, reproduction is delayed by 6 months for captive pandas in the southern hemisphere. As the reproductive season begins, males and females interact more frequently, often resting, moving, and feeding near each other. An estrus female will spend more time marking, and males will inspect her anogenital region. Receptive females display tail flicks and position themselves in a lordosis pose, with the front lowered to the ground and the spine curved. Copulation involves the male mounting the female from behind and on top, though face-to-face matings as well as belly-to-back matings while lying on the sides also occur. The male will grab the female by the sides with his front paws instead of biting her neck. Intromission can last anywhere from 2 to 25 minutes, and the couple grooms each other between each bout. Gestation lasts about 131 days. Prior to giving birth, the female selects a denning site, such as a tree, log or stump, hollow or rock crevice, and builds a nest using material from nearby, such as twigs, sticks, branches, bark bits, leaves, grass and moss. Litters typically consist of 1 to 4 cubs that are born fully furred but blind. They are entirely dependent on their mother for the first 3 to 4 months until they first leave the nest. They nurse for their first 5 months. The bond between mother and offspring lasts until the next mating season. Cubs are fully grown at around 12 months, and at around 18 months they reach sexual maturity. 2 radio-collared cubs in eastern Nepal separated from their mothers at the age of 7 to 8 months and left their birth areas 3 weeks later. They reached new home ranges within 26 to 42 days and became residents after exploring them for 42 to 44 days. The red panda, with its captivating beauty and unique behaviors, can live up to 14 years in captivity. However, in the wild, they face threats from predators such as leopards. This highlights the importance of conservation efforts to protect these enchanting creatures and their habitats. The red panda faces significant threats primarily due to the destruction and fragmentation of its habitat. This is caused by a variety of factors, including increasing human population, deforestation, the unlawful taking of non-wood forest material, and disturbances by herders and livestock. Trampling by livestock inhibits bamboo growth, a crucial food source for the red panda, and clear-cutting decreases the ability of some bamboo species to regenerate. In Sichuan alone, the cut lumber stock reached 2,661,000 cubic m in 1958 to 1960, and around 1,389.2 square miles of red panda habitat were logged between the mid-1970s and late 1990s. In Nepal, the red panda habitat outside protected areas is negatively affected by solid waste, livestock trails and herding stations, and people collecting firewood and medicinal plants. Threats identified in Nepal's Lamjung district include grazing by livestock during seasonal transhumance, human-made forest fires, and the collection of bamboo as cattle fodder in winter. Vehicular traffic also poses a significant barrier to red panda movement between habitat patches. These factors highlight the urgent need for effective conservation strategies to protect these enchanting creatures and their habitats. Poaching poses a significant threat to the red panda. In Nepal alone, 121 red panda skins were confiscated between 2008 and 2018. Traps intended for other wildlife have also been known to inadvertently kill red pandas. In Myanmar, the construction of roads to the border with China since the early 2000s has led to an increase in hunting using guns and traps. This has resulted in red panda skins and live animals being traded and smuggled across the border. In southwestern China, the red panda is hunted for its fur, particularly its highly valued bushy tail, which is used to produce hats. The red panda population in China has reportedly decreased by 40% over the last 50 years, and the population in western Himalayan areas is considered to be even smaller. Between 2005 and 2017, 35 live and 7 dead red pandas were confiscated in Sichuan, leading to several traders being sentenced to 3 to 12 years of imprisonment. A survey conducted in the spring of 2017 across 9 Chinese counties revealed that only one shop in Yunnan offered hats made of red panda skins, and red panda tails were offered in an online forum. These findings underscore the urgent need for effective conservation strategies and strict enforcement of wildlife protection laws to safeguard these enchanting creatures. The red panda, while not as prominent in culture and folklore as some other animals, does have a presence. A drawing of a red panda can be found on a 13th century Chinese scroll. In Nepal's Tapaljung district, red panda claws are used for treating epilepsy, and its skin is used in rituals for treating sick people, making hats, scarecrows, and decorating houses. In western Nepal, Magyar shamans use its skin and fur in their ritual dresses and believe that it protects against evil spirits. People in central Bhutan consider red pandas to be reincarnations of Buddhist monks. Some tribal people in northeast India and the Yi people believe that it brings good luck to wear red panda tails or hats made of its fur. In China, the fur is used for local cultural ceremonies. At weddings, the bridegroom traditionally carries the hide. Hats made of red panda tails are also used by local newlyweds as a good luck charm. The red panda was recognized as the state animal of Sikkim in the early 1990s and was the mascot of the Darjeeling Tea Festival. It has been featured on stamps and coins issued by several red panda range states. Anthropomorphic red pandas feature in animated movies and TV series such as The White Snake Enchantress, Bamboo Bears, Barbie as the Island Princess, DreamWorks Kung Fu Panda franchise, Agretsuko, and Disney Pixar's Turning Red, and in several video games and comic books. It is the namesake of the Firefox browser and has been used as the namesake of music bands and of companies. Its appearance has been used for plush toys, t-shirts, postcards, and other items. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of the red panda. We hope you've enjoyed learning about these fascinating creatures as much as we have enjoyed sharing their story with you. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends. For more enlightening content, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Spectrum of Wisdom, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Remember, knowledge is power and sharing it only makes us stronger. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep sharing the wisdom. This is Spectrum of Wisdom, signing off.